Good morning, everybody, and welcome to WCB. Welcome to your Monday. You're listening to GoMovies Dot Pet, a very special Valentine's Day edition of GoMovies Dot Pet. I'm your co-host Samuel, and you're probably wondering where my co-host Chloe is. Well, she's not here today. She couldn't make it, but instead I have two very special guest hosts, and here they are. This is Lily and Olivia.
Hi.
In the studio here. You guys just heard She Won a Party by Young Thug, and the song that I meant to play was a song called A Waltz for the Few Remaining by Happy Apple, which would have made a lot more sense for this movie that we're about to talk about this week, which is a Valentine's Day classic. The movie that we're going to talk about is Wrong Turn.
Yes.
For our Valentine's Day episode. I guess it doesn't really... I was thinking last night that, like, it doesn't really make sense to have the Valentine's Day episode after Valentine's Day, because...
It does okay. A little bit.
Yeah.
I think the Valentine's Day police are going to let it slide for once.
Okay,
I think
agree.
It'll be okay.
Are you on the force?
I'm not yet. I'm training.
Are you training? Okay, well,
day.
that's good. There's always next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself. Yeah, so I was going to play a song called The Waltz for the Few Remaining, because I think that would have make sense.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
I think that really would have cleaned up my intro. I didn't mean to do the Young Thug segment so early on.
That's okay.
We should just end it here. There's no point.
Yeah, we
See you next
gotta
week.
go. I'm so sorry. My mom just called.
Well, let's get right into it.
Yeah.
What did we watch last night, Lily?
Wrong Turn.
Yeah, Olivia?
Wrong turn. Same one.
If you could, yeah, we all watched it together at my house. I remember. Why don't you guys just give me your impressions of the movie just in a sentence or two, and then we'll kind of go through and analyze it little bit by bit.
Lily, you go first.
Like what I liked about it, or like a summary.
Just your thoughts. Not, I mean, you don't have to like it.
Okay. I love horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't love this one.
Okay.
Because I don't really like the gore stuff. It wasn't, and I didn't really think it was scary besides, like, scary because it was so gory. So, but it was, like, entertaining. Like, we laughed a lot.
Yeah.
Not its goal.
So I didn't like it as a horror movie, but it was an entertaining movie, I would say.
I can agree.
Yeah.
I think same thing. Gory, really bloody.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought there was like a few parts where I was truly scared and just nervous.
Yeah.
I think it was anxiety ridden in a good way that horror movies should be. But I don't think it was a great movie.
Yeah,
generally.
I'm probably with you there.
Yeah.
I think there's parts where I was just kind of like curious, like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I can agree.
For
on
most
that.
movies, I feel that way.
Yeah,
that's
I
the mark.
agree.
So let's see. We're gonna go right into a segment rather. We do a segment called Chloe Falls Asleep, where we say whether or not Chloe fell asleep.
Did you say if she had watched?
Oh no.
No,
never mind.
Real life.
Oh, that's good. Let's do
That's
that.
good. That's
Would Chloe have fallen asleep?
I don't think so.
I do think so.
I do think so.
Yeah.
I think it was late enough in the day. I think she might have
Yeah.
zonked.
I stand by it.
Clonked?
You stand by your...
Yeah.
You don't think she would have fallen asleep. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to go through my wrong turn notes, and I'm going to see if you turn up anything good. And if y'all have stuff that I'm not talking about, just cut me off and start going.
Will do.
Thanks. So the first thing I wrote down after I wrote down the name of all the movies that were like the trailers that were on the VHS that we watched.
Nice.
The one I'm probably most interested in is, I guess, Stuck on You.
Oh, I think
That was the one with Greg Kinnear?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to watch it for Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
Who looks like...
He looks amazing in it.
Spade.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
David
he looks a lot like
Spade.
David Spade in that movie. At first,
really
I thought
does.
for the first couple of seconds, I thought it was Owen Wilson.
Yeah,
What
could
was
be
I
It's the
anyone.
hair, yeah.
He has long hair.
For those of you just joining us, my guest hosts are film buffs, and what's the deal with Greg Kinnear? What's the interest there?
Well, like, I Olivia and I just,
We love
we
him.
love,
Oh, okay.
because he plays the same role in every movie.
Right.
He always plays
Except for that movie.
the
clearly.
nice dad.
He's always a good dad.
Yeah.
I mean, that role in what is it? Guy Stuck on You? It was like
Polar opposite.
Not
made
that.
for David Spade. It was just
yeah.
quintessential like David
Yeah.
Spade.
I think they were like, we wanted to give this to David. Can you grow your hair out? Pretend
Yeah.
like you are.
His haircut looked so like childish.
Yeah, it did.
But I would be interested to see Greg Kinnear playing a different role.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
we'll have you guys
He's been
back when we-
typecast
Yes,
as the nice
completely.
dad.
So I
But
would
I mean,
watch
he
just
does
for
it
that.
well each time, so I'm not complaining.
I know. I love
Yeah.
it.
Me too.
Personally, I'm not, nothing against Greg. Greg's completely
I love him.
fine.
I love him.
We love Greg.
Yeah.
But he does.
Well,
he does do
we
the
brought
same
him
role.
on. You guys can sort this out on air. Greg, get in here.
Greg, come on down.
So the first note that I have after the actual movie started was she did pretty well after that fall. So
Wait, what was it?
she did pretty well after that fall.
Was she?
When-
Where?
Well, you remember the very first scene? There's the hikers who or the,
yeah.
the rock climbers.
Yes.
And one of them falls. She falls
Right.
like right on her face.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was completely.
Next to her-
And Evan keeps running
She
away.
was like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
When you fall.
Impressive.
Yeah. I was sure that she would die that way. And then,
Then
they
she didn't.
twisted
She
it
didn't
right
have
on
much-
me.
Yeah.
I had.
Then I wrote down this movie could use some star power.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just easier to want to watch a movie with
I feel like
Matt
that
Damon in it.
is that main guy famous. I feel like I've seen him in a bunch.
I
of
feel
stuff.
like I'll look it up.
The
But I
main,
feel like he's
the
always
main
a
woman
s-
is famous, Eliza Dushku.
Yeah,
oh
she is.
yeah. She was in Bring It On.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
she was.
a great character in Bring It
Probably, yeah. Good.
On. Yeah. I love her.
The next note I have is Dirty Man is unintelligible, which became
He was.
very, very clear. There's a character who's filthy and very
He
hard
had
to
He only has
understand.
one tooth, yeah.
And he talked like dirty, and there were no real words coming out of his mouth.
No.
But Sam
Which
could
is kind of the
decipher
Yeah,
it.
you could tell what he was saying. You were like, no, guys.
Did
It's,
you grow
he's-
up with a
I don't know.
single tooth?
Yeah, a single tooth.
God, I can't believe that, like, me understanding him is like a problem.
It's a good
Not
thing.
a problem.
It's a good thing.
No, we're impressed.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to be able to understand him. I don't know if you guys were, like, trying your very best in the moment. if
I
I'm
was.
being
I really
real.
was.
Okay.
And he really was just saying, dirty. You dirty herder. Literally, that's
That's
all
what I heard too.
Maybe I was taken. With
And I have an
Wow.
aunt with no teeth, so I should be able.
Lily should. Lily has an aunt with no teeth, just so everyone knows, and she should be doing better.
Yeah, sorry.
Your aunt or you?
My me.
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, once you got no teeth.
You should do better.
No teeth is kind of an interesting little motif of this movie. Motif.
Yeah.
should I say.
Yeah.
I wrote down, we're going to get married. Baby, we're going to get married. Which is kind of the motivation for a couple of these characters
Yeah.
early on.
I
Gotta get out of
liked
the forest.
those two more than the other two.
Oh, same. They had
Oh,
more.
really?
Yeah.
I mean, the other two, the boring ones,
Yeah.
really survived.
They really
always
did.
do.
They were
They
boring.
always do, yeah.
We knew they were gonna
No,
live.
but that guy from Clueless, and did you guys watch Suburgatory?
What?
He was the dad in Suburgatory. I don't know.
Oh,
if you know
really?
what
Oh,
It was.
okay.
It was a pretty okay show.
I like the sunflower necklace.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
But there was a continuity issue. Did you notice that?
No.
With his
He was
necklace?
wearing it, and then they should have seen of her picking it and giving it to him. But he was already wearing it in the scene before.
Oh, no. I think that was a separate one. I remember, like,
No,
seeing...
because when she picked it, he wasn't wearing it.
How did they let that slip by, do you
I
think?
don't know.
That is nuts.
They had too much to worry about.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know if we want to talk about the fun facts later.
Oh, the trivia.
That they had so many problems.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty funny. We
Yeah.
should
We should, like,
let's
we should-
not forget to
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
hold
that.
Yeah.
it. Let's hold it for a moment. Come back to it.
Okay.
All right, so my next note is anyone up for some hiker stew? Which was just a little musing that I had, but it's kind of like if y'all haven't seen Wrong Turn, it's about
Cannibals.
cannibals in the forest.
I was thinking about that on the way here. They never eat anyone. They never show them actually eating
But
anyone.
They did. They ate the girl, Francine.
They did, but they didn't explicitly
the
show
soup.
it, right?
They showed the soup, and they showed
But they
her
don't show
cutting
them
her legs.
Actually eating.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
You can't
That
show
would
that
have
stuff
been
on TV.
Yeah, definitely not. This would never
Well, like-
run on cable.
I feel like so they were storing all the body parts
Yes.
throughout their house,
Oh, yeah.
and they were stewing something. But
Yes, skin.
besides that, if they weren't doing the stew, I feel like we wouldn't know that they were cannibals.
Yeah,
Really?
that's an
Yeah.
interesting point.
Yeah, I guess we
I only knew because I read the plot
actually,
summary.
you're right.
Yeah.
What would they be doing with them if not eating?
well,
hanging
that
out.
one, the one hanging out.
Dead body parts.
I think that the one
They're
with the
picking them,
knives, with the knives.
Oh,
who
but I
like-
wouldn't.
They're picking like entire jaws though, which
Yeah.
isn't
Plus, like those are things you see in like science museums. You
That
know,
is true.
yeah, like they're clearly
maybe they're scientists.
in the woods.
They look like scientists.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
All right. The most dangerous part about running in the woods is getting poked in the eye. Just in general is something I notice in every movie about the woods.
Did that happen?
Who got poked in the eye?
No one got poked in the eye. It was just on my mind, which it freaks me out every time.
That no one did, or that
Were you on edge
there
the whole
should?
time waiting for
Yeah,
someone to
yeah.
get poked in the eye?
Well, I'm just worried. I feel
You're
like I've been
right.
poked in the eye in woods. The person before you like slaps the.
Oh,
branch,
yeah.
like, and-
Oh, I have,
No,
a,
you're
I have a
right.
gross story.
Tell it.
So one time I was at a surprise birthday when I was like 13, and we were playing Manhunt outside, and it was really dark, and I was running around.
You know that game?
God, I don't know. I
Never
just
heard
You
of
don't,
it.
oh, you've never
I
heard of
assumed
Manhunt?
what it was.
Oh, it's just like you're men hunting each other.
Oh,
and
yes.
there's like two teams, and you have to like
You have to be a
it's like
man?
capture the flag without the flag, sort of.
Okay.
Anyway, and then I ran into my friend's tree. Like I didn't run into like the trunk, but like
A branch.
the branch went into my eye underneath my eyeball, and
Lily.
it broke off the tree, so I just had a twig sticking out of my eye.
Absolutely not.
And then I pulled it out. It was
Underneath
fine.
your eyelid or
No, like it went inside
in
my eye,
the
like
ball?
the underneath my eyeball, and I pulled it out. It was fine.
Yeah.
Didn't even hurt.
it wasn't as fun as you remember.
Yeah.
Wait, it didn't even hurt?
Wow.
No, it
Did you
just.
have a
I guess
popped
there's like a
blood vessel?
hole between like your eyeball and like your tear duct, and it like went under it.
I'm nauseous.
So sorry.
Excuse me.
Anyway,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is really something.
See?
Yep.
That could have happened to any of those characters.
yeah,
could've.
They would
happened
have
to
been
me.
fine, but
yeah,
it would have
they
been chilling.
consider themselves lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
One time I got a paper cut in my eye when somebody threw a paper airplane at me. And
No.
it literally, like, you know how they are so unpredictable?
Yeah.
It
Sure.
just,
Yeah.
yes.
like, took a hard turn as it got to me face. And
To be fake.
I poked my eyeball.
Oh my god.
Wait, like on your eyeball, you got the paper cut?
It
Oh,
was just like a
His
little red line.
worst
And it
fear.
felt like it had something in it.
that's terrible.
That's
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, JK then.
I actually liked it.
Enjoyed myself.
Those glow sticks that they use in that movie are really awesome.
oh
yeah.
yeah. No, I agree.
But kind of their downfall. Maybe
I
that's,
guess.
I don't
Oh.
think they
It was
saw
the
the
noise.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
the noise.
Yeah. For some, I
Was the
really thought
radio.
like they showed like the air tower. What is that called? The
Watchtower?
The watchtower
Watchtower.
from like the ground.
Yeah.
And it was just glowing orange. Like the trees around it were orange. Like they're gonna. See
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
that. At one point he says, "We're gonna knock this effer out of the tree about one of the cannibals who's trying to get him
Yeah,
out of
It's
there."
a cool line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to introduce a new segment where we go through the characters in the movie and decide which of us they are, which
Yes.
if we
Oh.
had to be one.
Yeah.
Are we doing like everyone or just the cannibals or just the
Just
people?
the three cannibals. And
course,
I
of
was
course.
looking about their like Wikipedia pages on the Wrong Turning series, and like there's not too much of a bio for any of them. So
Okay.
That's a shame.
I've written up three little two sentences about
Okay.
them all. So I'll read them off for our listeners, and then maybe if our listeners have any of our numbers, they could just text
Call
us.
Yeah.
us. Or call us.
Question: are we gonna like decide on our own and then reveal, or are we gonna decide together?
Well, I think that we should decide there together, and we have to kind of come to a consensus.
Okay,
Which
okay.
would
I
be
think
done.
that should be a good rule.
All right, so I'm gonna read these. I'm gonna read about the three cannibals in the movie whose names are Three Fingers, Sawtooth, and One Eye. Although that's never really made that clear in the movie itself. So Three Finger goes down quick, but is back on his feet in no time. A little smaller than the others, what he lacks in size, he makes up for with his can-do attitude and contagious excitement. One of the few characters to make it to the end, Three Fingers is a relatively impressive driver.
yeah.
He's always. Did you guys notice that he's always the one driving the truck?
No,
With
I
the-
couldn't
his
tell them
brothers on the-
apart.
Oh, really?
I mean,
You can totally tell Three
No,
Fingers.
Three
okay.
Fingers was always like
Yeah.
running first.
It was the
and
one
he
who was like-
He was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
okay.
like, ah!
Yeah. Oh, he was the giggler.
He was
Yeah,
the
he
giggler.
really was the
A
giggler.
regular giggler.
Contagious excitement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 2, the lumbering and burly Sawtooth has a taste for blood and is a light sleeper. While perhaps not the sharpest cannibal in the shack, Sawtooth is a force to be reckoned with, a keen chef, and has a tangible love for his two brothers.
Okay, what's the last one?
I think Sawtooth is kind of the leader of the.
Wait, who did you just
have to
read?
agree.
That was Sawtooth.
Okay, he's the leader.
All right, and the last one is the ever-resourceful One-Eye uses what some might consider to be his biggest pitfall to his advantage, putting his good eye to use as a skillful archer. Like his brothers, One-Eye is a man of few words, but speaks through the artistry of his bowmanship. Sadly, he finds reunion with his fallen sibling, Sawtooth, in death.
How do you know they're brothers?
I think that.
Oh,
I think they're
inbreeding.
brothers. Oh, yeah.
They're
That's why.
brothers.
They're never going to continue because it was 3 brothers.
Oh.
No, well, tell that to Wrong Turns 2 through 6.
Do you think it's new generations? Well, it has to be because they died.
Yeah.
Or maybe
So,
they didn't die.
I was reading about Three Fingers
Yeah.
has a nephew whose name is Three Toes. And Three Fingers turns out that he's like the main antagonist of all these movies.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, he had more meat,
Right, he had
meat
depth.
to his.
He
Yeah.
definitely had, don't say that.
Yeah, what
I mean,
kind of-
choose a
like
different-
He had less meat on his bones.
Yeah,
than his
but
brothers.
more
Yeah,
meat
that's for
in
sure.
his
Less
personality.
fingers on his hands.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Lily is 3 fingers.
Yeah,
I'm not. Wait, is Three Finger the leader?
No.
Oh.
But he's the.
Why do you think I'm? Not that I'm.
Because you have such like just a vibe.
I vibe.
You
Yeah.
vibe hard with 3 fingers. I feel like
I feel
if
like
you
we
had
all
3
could
fingers,
be him.
You're right. Well, I mean, we all have a little bit of each inside of all of us.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
You're
well, we
right.
all do.
We all do.
As little as we want to admit it.
Yeah.
Which of you is the lighter sleeper? And is it
Oh.
lighter than me?
Oh,
I'm a sort of light sleeper. I would
What
say.
does it take to
I
get
am
you
not.
up?
I don't know, like anything, but I can fall back asleep really easy.
Oh,
I
See, I
am-
can't. I couldn't fall asleep last night until like 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
See?
horrible.
So maybe
But that doesn't make me a light sleeper. That's
Which
just
one
like
would that
a
be?
different problem of mine.
Okay.
How was your sleeping these
It
days,
was-
Olivia?
It's fine. You know, I fall asleep very easily, and I stay asleep, and I
Yeah.
will fall asleep anywhere.
Okay. Well, so maybe not Sawtooth for you.
Why? Wait, what is Sawtooth's?
Which one is
Sawtooth
He's
is
the light
big,
sleeper?
the really big one who's the light sleeper. He,
Oh.
I would imagine, is the cook. I kind of took some liberties with that part.
Okay.
But he's the one that, well, there's not that much about him. I said that he loved
Yeah.
his 2 brothers
Yeah,
because he seemed like he's a good leader.
he's a good brother.
He's a good brother.
I have a question. Why, when he woke up, why didn't he run at him? He just stared at him.
Oh, well, he just woke up.
Cause
He was
So
like,
he was just
yeah,
like, ah.
and then they got in their truck.
Right, but they didn't even like get up that fast. It's like they didn't even want to get him.
hey,
They were
I
like,
don't
this
either.
guy
They were
is the
giving them a head
protagonist.
start.
He's
They
gotta
like
leave.
playing with them.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
buy
he
it.
just like was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like,
Also, weren't there only 2 beds? I only saw 2 of the
I
guys
didn't
are in
realize
that
there was
part.
3 until I was like, how's that car driving?
Yeah, yeah,
And
Yeah.
then like Three Finger got out.
yeah.
Maybe they gave him in the car.
Maybe. Yeah.
Aw, Third finger.
Okay, well, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
I actually think I am Sawtooth, even though I'm not a light sleeper.
Do you think you're Sawtooth?
I would say so.
A keen chef and a tangible love for his 2 brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're.
Love you guys.
Yeah, yeah. And you're.
Love you like
are
a
you?
sister.
You're not like a chef. I mean, you might be. I don't.
Yeah, I am.
I'm sorry. You're a
Okay.
chef.
you
So
got?
sorry.
No, I love to
So
cook.
that means you're automatically One-Eye.
One eye, but
Would
I'm
you
thinking
agree
about
with that though?
Well, where do I?
What's?
Are you really Three Finger?
I don't know. I might
Actually,
be One-Eye because I
that might
can't.
switch.
I'm blind. I can't.
You're right.
Oh, that's a good point.
But he
glasses.
needs his eye for archery.
That's so true.
I would
And
not
what
be
do you
able to.
need yours for?
Nothing. They don't benefit me at all when I don't have my contacts in. So.
interesting.
Okay, right now.
Well, you haven't found the way yet. Maybe you're. That means you're not as resourceful as what I'm getting. So maybe you're
Yeah.
more of a Three Finger
Yeah, I guess.
than a One Eye.
Okay.
Well, one of us is each. I remember at one point during the movie, that's the end of that segment. One of us is each.
Stop
One of us
talking
is
about
definitely
it. I don't want
Sawtooth.
to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Enough.
Scartooth is what you thought one of their names was. And then you said, these sound like warrior cat names.
What did you agree? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I never really read those books, though.
I was a
I
hardcore
got
fan.
close, though.
What are their names?
Their names are like Firestar.
Wire stuff?
Fire.
Oh, okay.
I would say that Scartooth is sounds
it's-
like one, but that's not one of. The
It's
cannibals.
always 2
Huh.
words. Yeah.
Oh.
But
so-
I feel like Three Finger, like they're all just like they're just
Like, it's-
parts of them
Yeah.
named after their most prominent attribute.
That's what the warrior cats are named after too. I mean, like not always,
Firestar?
because he's an orange cat.
Oh,
and his
you are so right.
I was gonna say his last name's Star, but it's just part of his name. His part of his name is Star because he's the leader. When you're the leader, your name's Star.
There you go.
Yeah.
With an extra.
Oh,
Cool.
different for the cannibal system.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, they sound like warrior cat names.
Yeah.
Here's what I wrote down. Okay, so now before we move on from this movie, which final thoughts? Would you recommend it to our listeners? Would you not?
I would, because
a-
I like to watch crazy, scary movies that aren't actually like plausible. Unless I'm in the mood to be really, really scared.
I like crazy scary movies, but when they're like really ridiculous, they either have to be like
Yeah.
really ridiculous or like super good. And I've seen really more ridiculous
Yeah.
ones.
But I think this is like
Oh,
an
yeah, yeah.
activity that you do.
That's true.
It's like part
I
of
love
it.
a scary movie, so
I'm
movies
I'm
that
excited for Wrong Turn 2, and that's all I'll say.
like it hasn't come out yet.
I'll watch all of them.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has.
But you're
2 through
saying it
6.
like it hasn't come out.
Oh my god.
Coming
so
to theaters
excited.
near you.
You never know.
I will watch another.
It's time they remade Wrong Turn 2. I've always thought.
Yeah. So
Remake
is it the same
Wrong Turn
like is it the same girl and guy in Wrong Turn 2?
Oh, wouldn't that be just their luck?
They would never
I
go
know.
back to the woods.
You're right.
I think it's more about it being,
like-
it's supposed to be more about the bad guys than the.
What if like it's
We
them
get some
hitting the
death.
city? The three cannibals
We
hit
get
the
some
town.
color
Well,
to
Three
the...
Finger's still alive, and he's a pretty good driver. That'd be
can
very
he
like
survive?
sunglasses.
He's never had other drivers to compete with.
It'd be
than
hard
his-
for him to like order at a restaurant.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I'll take you. And they're like, oh, we can't do that, sir. I'm sorry.
Do you
You also
think?
can't really talk.
Yeah.
They get it.
On Wikipedia, it said that all their communication is nonverbal, but there's.
I
think
heard them
there's-
grunt.
Yeah, well, there's clearly like a time where one's like. And the
Yeah,
other's like,
no.
yeah. And then he like does what like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Soft Finger
yeah.
told him to.
Do you think
What-
he was sad when his brothers died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that he got over it pretty quick and had a kind of
still was
different
happy.
conception of like
Do you
family
think
stuff than you or I.
He eats his brothers.
I don't know. I asked that when we were watching.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't hear.
I
That's a
didn't
good.
get an
That's a great
answer.
question.
So sorry.
I'm sorry.
So we're not going to.
That is a good
No, just
question.
kidding. I don't know.
They were ash.
in a way, it's kind of beautiful. He ate them.
Yeah, the circle
Yeah.
of life.
Yeah.
I bet, as someone who's non-cannibalistic, I bet his brothers were not as good as
Yeah,
the average.
yeah.
Oh, probably not.
Kind of
Yeah.
probably gamey. Would
Yeah, yeah, I would say so.
It tastes like rabbit. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do before we move on from this movie is a segment called "But Is It Better Than Spider-Man?" And we're going to go around and discuss whether or not Wrong Turn is better than Spider-Man.
Which Spider-Man?
Toby
Spider-Man.
Maguire ones.
Oh, okay.
All Spider-Man.
All Spider-Man.
All Spider-Man.
I think usually just like it's up against the whole franchise. Let's do.
Oh,
That's what we did for Jumanji, but maybe we can do it like Wrong Turn 1 versus just Spider-Man.
Okay. Which is the first Spider-Man though?
What do you mean?
Is that what you're saying? The Toby.
Oh, that's a
one?
good way to do it too. Yeah, the Toby one.
Yeah.
you think it's better?
No, I think Spider-Man's better.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I forgot
same.
the name of the segment.
Yeah, you thought it was, but is it not better than
Is
Spider-Man?
it not better than it is? Spider-Man not?
All right, so I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But
That
is it
it's
better
not
than
better.
Spider-Man?
No.
Okay, we're gonna go to a song. Which button do I have to press? Okay, so this is the one I meant to start with, and it'll become clear. We're gonna listen to the first half of "A Waltz for the Few Remaining" by a legendary Minneapolis trio, Happy Apple. I'm gonna cut it off early because it's really long, but I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, everybody. You just heard the first half of "A Waltz for the Few Remaining," appropriately titled for this episode by Happy Apple. For the next little half of our movie, oh yeah, that was the thing. I was gonna play the Young Thug one there because that's more of a good romantic Valentine's Day song, and the
yeah.
beginning one is So I messed up. I
We'll
won't.
pretend like it
Yeah.
went the
Yeah.
same way that you thought
Yeah.
it was going to.
Okay, thanks. If you guys could do that too, listeners, I appreciate it. If Chloe was here, there would be no mistakes,
Oh,
but I don't have.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be just
There'd be different
mistakes.
things. Yeah.
Yes.
Chloe's mistakes are really unique
Yes.
Yeah.
and hard.
That's
to,
what I love
hard to
about
come
her.
back
Yeah.
from. All right, so for this next segment, grab a loved one or a friend and hold them close because if you're lost in the woods,
You gotta get married.
Yep.
You gotta get out and then get married and then never go back to the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone who's seen Wrong Turn knows that.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is talk about our favorite romantic comedy, or just romantic movie in general, that maybe you and that special someone could curl up next to on Valentine's Day, or not.
Next year's
Valentine's Day, of course, is what we're talking about.
Yeah. No, you could have done this last week. Me and Chloe had like a whole Valentine's Day episode prepared when we were gonna but we watched like the wrong movie. We watched like Chasing Amy, which is not the right one. Anyway, who wants to go first?
You.
Me.
Olivia, take it away.
Well, my favorite is a little movie called About Time, and it's with Rachel McAdams and Domhnall Gleeson. I don't know how to say it.
I don't know.
Domhnall?
He's Irish, so maybe
He's
like
so Irish.
might actually be like Peter, but it's just spelled like that.
No, it's definitely something similar to what I said. Because I have heard him on a podcast before because I love him.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's a good guy. I mean, I don't know if he is, but he's a good actor.
I think he is. I don't know anything about his real life character.
He just looks nice.
He does seem very nice. And it's a good movie. It's not dramatic in the slightest.
I also think it's very good.
It's just a feel-good movie. The drama doesn't come from the romance. It comes from something in this guy's family. And it's a little... It's about him time traveling.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very good movie. It surprised me when I first saw it, and now I watch it all the time.
Can I jump in? Am I allowed?
Yes,
on
please.
that movie?
Yeah. So I think it is a love movie, but it's like not like the central topic. Or it's love. It's like not just romantic love. It's love for everyone.
Love. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds
beautiful.
really nice. From what I've never seen it.
You should watch
see it.
Yeah,
It's
me and
set
Chloe
in
thought about
England.
doing it for the episode this week.
Hey.
That would have been a good one.
Good thing we didn't.
Yeah. This would have been mighty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
For me.
Well, I guess you would be here talking about it.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd just be a coincidence. I get the impression that About Time's more kind of a, not just a light-hearted, there's like a lot going on.
It's lighthearted, but it got some intense themes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Like
Like death.
Running.
Just death.
But it makes you like think about your life and want to be like
Right.
optimistic at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's good.
I'd watch it anytime.
Well, Valentine's Day 20, what are we at now?
19?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not a real year, probably.
No.
I don't think that one's going to happen.
No.
We'll skip it.
Interesting. I'll take it. Anyway, watch that one. Lily,
Yeah.
what do you got for us?
I feel like whenever people ask me my favorite, I mean, I thought about this beforehand. I'm prepared.
Right.
But like whenever people ask me, I always like the next week I'll be like, I should have remembered that one. But I guess I'm going to talk about Amelie.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
a
Sorry.
good choice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep it. Yeah. No.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know if you haven't seen it. It's like a French love story, but it's like, and this isn't really a spoiler, but it's like, it's more about the lead up. Like a lot doesn't happen until the end, I guess.
Yeah, romantic-wise?
Yeah, romantic wise.
It's, I don't know, I think it's romantic in other ways.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because it's romantic
Capital
throughout,
R
but
romantic.
like they just don't really meet until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's kind of hard to watch because of how close they come to meeting.
Right. The first time I saw it, I was like thinking they were going to meet the whole time, and then when they did, it was like, what?
I mean, I got so mad when we watched Amelie.
You
My
did?
dad.
Oh, your
What?
dad.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't enunciate.
It's okay.
Your dad.
But I think Amelie's a great one to.
Yeah,
watch.
and I love the
Any day of
music
year.
so much. Even if I
Me too.
hadn't,
Be
I
great.
don't.
Music.
I knew all the music before I saw the movie, just because my parents really like that movie, and my dad has so much music, and that's just like one of the soundtracks he had. And then it was even better when I watched it. And I want to name, if I ever get a cat, I want to name it Nino,
Like
which is
her cat?
like no, that's
hers?
what the
Is that
the
the guy's
name of the guy.
Oh.
I think it's
Do you have a
just
cat
a great
I
cat
actually
name.
didn't know that. Yeah,
Nino?
you're right.
Nino.
I have
is
a
it French
cousin
for?
named Nino. He's
you?
a person. No, I love that movie.
Me too.
Good choice.
Thank
yeah,
you.
that one's a great one for any national holiday, really.
Yeah, it could be a Christmas
Or even just
film
a personal
for
holiday.
you.
Yeah.
Personal holiday. Your birthday, you could watch it.
Mental health day.
You'd love
Yeah.
it. Mental health day. I agree. What's yours, Sam?
Yeah.
I picked She's All That.
Oh
That's
my
a good
god, it's a
movie.
good one too.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I like it. I don't really know why I like it. I think that's just when movies were the coolest, and that was a really well-told story.
I agree.
About a jerk who turned nice.
Isn't there a part in that movie where she's painting?
Mm-hmm.
She's a painter.
And then is it like just a stick figure though?
No, that's from the parody.
Oh,
Another
right. Okay,
teen
okay.
movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
It's like a it's a really good.
She has your eyes. And it's just a stick figure.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
But I like She's All That too.
I watched that movie before I saw She's All That, and then I was like,
still haven't
oh,
seen that.
I think I
Another
did
movie.
too. I'm not sure.
makes sense.
She's All That. Rachel Lee Cook, the star, went to my high school.
No
Really?
way.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the last thing I have planned for this show. We got a few more minutes to fill. Olivia, can you tell our listeners what song they're about to hear?
I don't know. Wait, what song are they about? One Way or Another by Blondie.
I wonder what I did with the tab.
By
It's a cover.
One Direction.
Cover by Blondie. Originally sung by One Direction.
Yes.
They got back together just to like, guys, this is the one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the lyric video because I feel like that's the one that has the biggest chance of like
Yeah, I'm
not
sure.
having any like stuff at the beginning or end.
I hope.
All right, viewers, welcome back to the show.
Listeners.
Listeners, you're still listening to GoMovies Dot Pet, and you just heard One Way or Another by Blondie. And Olivia, do you want to talk about why you picked that song?
I think it's pretty. I think that if Three Fingers were to, I was trying to channel what Three Fingers would be thinking and would want me to play today, and I think that he would want that song because he feels it. He feels that way, one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't say it. All he says is
Yeah. That's kind of it, yeah.
Yeah.
with his two knives, but you know, he would if he could, and that's what matters.
He had more than 3 fingers.
He
had 8. We already talked about this. He
There's
had
like
8
I was
fingers.
looking last night. There's
Fingers.
no pictures of his hands on Google.
No, I definitely saw that there was because it looks like
Yeah.
a little like bulbous round
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It does. Like
They
they show
showed
that a
it.
lot.
I just didn't think it
Okay.
was him.
Yeah.
It seems like it should be Sawtooth.
Is he the one with the axe?
Yeah. Yes. Wait. I don't know. That was a crazy part where they hit the girl with the axe and then it
man.
fell. That was
Yeah,
like
that was gruesome.
That was
you got to
really
be
gross.
real messed up to think of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I love it. I wish
Yeah.
I
And
wish
I
that were
love
me,
it.
Yeah.
not the girl, but
Yeah,
the
but-
writer of
yeah,
that
yeah.
moment.
We're talking about Wrong Turn here on GoMovies Dot Pet again. We
Yeah.
took a break for romantic comedies. So gave you guys a break from all this
Yeah.
intense, stuff. But
We don't want to scare you.
I think what we want to do next is go kind of into some behind the scenes trivia about the
Yeah.
movie. I know Lily has a lot to talk about,
Yes.
but before she does, I just want to make it known that in the 6 Wrong Turn films, Three Finger, who appears in all of them, has never been played by the same actor.
No
twice.
way. That's crazy.
In fact,
What?
he's been played by 7 actors.
Do they look similar? Are they all like skinny,
They're-
I mean,
creepy guys?
Oh, he was played by 7 actors, even though there are only 6 movies.
Oh,
yeah, in 4, but
Interesting.
he's played by Sean Skeen and Blaine
Wow.
Cypierda.
Oh, I love Cypierda's work.
One came out in 2014.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's more recent than we
I
realized.
cannot believe that there are 6 of these.
Never
That's
heard of
truly
any of them.
amazing to me.
You've
and
never
I've
heard
never
of any of them?
No, not before
Have you heard
yesterday.
of this before?
Well, like not specifically, but
But
I knew about Wrong Turn.
Really?
I didn't know. Yeah.
I had no
You
idea.
never even heard of?
Never.
No.
Really?
Never.
And I love horror movies.
I
Wow.
wonder if they got better with each one, or if it was
I mean,
kind of
you can't-
similar.
One would hope.
Yeah, you
I
would,
know,
you would hope
but-
so.
Like if you like, it's so ridiculous. Like when they're not learning from their mistakes or
Yeah.
like, successes.
They did call the police a few times.
In
You
this
know,
movie?
here's a qualm
Yeah.
I have. When they called the police via the radio when they were in the little watchtower, they only sent one guy, even though she said, my
Right.
friends are dead.
And they
Please
came
come
the
get
next
us.
morning.
They're trying to kill
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
They came the next morning, one dude.
Yeah.
Sorry,
He's like, come
everyone's
on,
busy.
who's trying to kill you? They already told you via the radio.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
dies, so.
What he kept saying, I need your location. And she's like, I don't have that. But
Yeah.
my friends are dead.
Yeah.
My
My friends are
location.
dead.
But like, what did she? What did she?
Should have
expect?
said Watchtower. They probably
That's what the
knew
girl
where it
said
was.
after her.
Good.
They were probably sending a uniform out to every watchtower in the dang woods.
Large woods.
Do you think Three Fingers is listening right now?
Maybe. Yeah.
I hope so. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Three Fingers.
Colin.
He can't.
Oh, he can't. He can't.
He can't call because of his fingers.
Yeah.
His fingers, he doesn't have enough.
I think you were calling him Colin.
Colin.
Like that was his like given name that nobody really.
Colin Three Fingers.
Three Fingers. Yeah, I was reading. He has like a really big segment.
Oh,
on the
he
Wikipedia
does?
page,
Wow.
And he's in every single movie.
Wow.
And also like, okay, check this out. Okay, I'm gonna read the other cannibal section of the Wikipedia page. Actually, no, you go for it. You have a lot of trivia that is more important to
Right.
talk about. Let's hear
Okay.
about that.
Well, after every movie I watch, I read
Yeah.
the trivia on IMDb.
Yeah,
Lily
that's-
is an IMDb trivia
It's my most used app. And one of the guys, he gets his leg shot in the movie, and so he can't walk in it
The
the whole
main
time.
guy.
The main guy.
hero. Sir.
And
name?
Jesse.
Chris.
Okay.
Chris.
Jesse's the
This is the
girl.
girl. Sorry.
And so in it, the actual actor, when he was running, he broke his right ankle, but his left leg was the one that was shot. So he had to limp on just his right broken ankle for the rest of the movie.
Okay, so he must have broken it after they'd already shot the
I guess, but no one would have noticed if they switched it.
Yeah. Well, they would.
Yeah,
have.
true. If they're doing the thing with the flower,
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're so right.
that's such an enormous.
That is.
And
so
it's
funny.
only when the four are running from the cabin after awakening the mountain men. So that was before he got his leg shot.
It makes
Mountain Man.
no sense that they would not change the
Yeah.
shot leg. I would be
They're like,
mad if I was
sorry,
them.
it's in the script. It's your left leg.
That is crazy, and I just don't know if that can be true
I mean,
because
You
how?
don't believe the IMDb
well, I
trivia?
think that if you broke your ankle and
Maybe-
you were only walking on that ankle, I think that would be
well, he can
implausible.
He could walk on his ankle. Like
It was broken though, right?
you can like it. Sometimes my mom broke her ankle and she didn't know until she
Oh,
went
so she just
years
walked on
later.
it normal.
Dude,
Yeah,
years later.
yeah, and she sprained her
crazy.
ankle and then she went to the doctor and he was like, "When did you break your ankle?" Like it healed over.
Oh,
Yeah, so
So
it's
sorry.
possible.
Wow.
Mama Bump.
No, it's not her name.
That's her name.
Her name's not
It's a given.
Mama Bump.
She didn't change her last
Mama
name.
Bump. Oh, sorry, Mama Shuttleworth.
Anyway, another fun fact was that one of the girls, when she fell through the trees, you can hear her shoulder pop because she really dislocated her shoulder.
That's. I wish I knew it before, but I also am glad I didn't.
Did they keep that in?
It's
popping?
Yeah. You
That
can hear
is-
her shoulder pop on the production track in the theatrical sound mix.
Wow.
Oh, were we watching the theatrical sound mix
I
then?
don't know.
Probably. I don't know.
My TV VCR combo doesn't have the best speaker
best
system
sound.
hooked up to it. I should.
I want to
should
hear
think
that
about
shoulder pop.
Yeah.
How am I gonna
Yeah,
see?
That could be the
real
fourth brother, shoulder pop.
Oh.
three finger.
Like, outside his
Sausage
shoulder,
shoulder.
like, throws his arm to like,
Yeah.
catch somebody.
That could be useful for him.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that in the Wrong Turn movies, maybe at a certain point they start to have kind of supernatural abilities? These cannibals.
Yes.
Yes, like because they're physically deformed, but they're the most agile men I've ever seen,
Yes.
Yeah.
and very sneaky.
Very sneaky, and they keep falling on things and living.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
There's something-
superhuman.
They are. There's something up.
I like.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like in Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings, or Wrong Turn 5, Bloodlines. Like Three Fingers like gets his like head knocked off with like a baseball bat, and, and then he like goes and gets it. And puts it back on. This is what I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Must happen somewhere in here.
I wouldn't be surprised one bit.
no.
So here's something I thought was interesting. This is from Wikipedia. Wrong Turn 2, Dead End, introduces a family of 4 cannibals: Ma, Pa, brother, and sister.
Why do they have family names now?
Yeah, they couldn't think of any more. Like,
Yeah,
The two young siblings are shown to have an incestuous relationship. We don't need to.
Oh.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, it's actually too much.
Well, that makes sense. They inbreed.
Yeah, no, we've known that.
Yeah.
Oh, here's... Ma gives birth to a mutant baby, Three Finger's son.
Oh, so
before she and the
Pa
rest of her
is
family
Three Finger?
killed. So Pa's not the father of this mutant son.
Oh. How would we know that?
Wait, so but
It's-
Three Finger...
well, watch the movie.
so Three Finger's mom is...
What? No.
What are you talking about? What are you
does
talking
she
about?
do? Well, she
is-
must be Six Fingers.
Who is the demon baby
The demon.
mom?
The demon.
Just
I mean,
Ma.
not demon,
Just
not
Ma.
demon,
It's
not
Ma.
demon.
No,
It's Ma.
Ma is the mother of
Ma was
of
cheating
Three
on
Finger's
Pa.
son.
With Three Finger.
Yeah.
But it's not Three Finger's
Brother and
mom.
sister are the half siblings of
So these are just...
Three Finger's son.
They're not related to Three Finger, though.
Well,
Three Finger is just an outsider who comes in.
If
and
they
ruins their
weren't, I
family.
feel like the baby would be normal.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
what do you mean? Oh,
Because
yeah.
it wouldn't
Well,
be inbreeding.
what I'm wondering...
Well, they're already inbred.
That's true.
The reason why I
You know what they
asked
say.
is the thought that they have other family around, but they were only those three were the ones like hunting in the woods. Doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, where
Doesn't
did
check
Ma,
out.
Pa's
Oh,
brother
yeah.
and sister come from?
God, like family reunion, like picnics or whatever. Like, what do they like do? Like, hey,
Maybe they live in a different woods, but they they live in a different woods where they hunt.
Oh.
No, that wouldn't make
Hunt their
sense
own.
either because
well, they
how
get-
would they get there?
of trucks? Oh, yo,
Trucks.
that's what I forgot to address. The best part of living this kind of lifestyle where you're getting people,
You
would
get
be,
their cars.
Yeah, you get all the free cars. You
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
a big
definitely.
graveyard of cars. Like they're still driving around in that ratty old pickup
Oh
truck.
my god! I just realized they have to go to that gas station then to get gas.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why the guy at the
why
gas
the guy.
station, the old dirty man, went back inside.
Yeah.
Dirty man.
1, 2, 30 man. Okay, so we don't have too much time left, but what I want to do is read the rest of this little Wikipedia blurb. The second film ends with Three Fingers caring for the baby. The baby becomes known as Three Toes in Wrong Turn 3,
No way.
Left for Dead. Three Toes is killed by a group of convicts, his head left as a warning. Three Fingers finds Three Toes' severed head, which makes him furious. He creates a shrine and leaves the head on display in his cabin,
What?
which...
That means that he probably was sad about his brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has feelings.
But like
I feel
that's
bad for him.
not like a okay thing to do to show your grief. But he doesn't know. He doesn't
Yeah,
know.
He doesn't know.
Nobody
Come
told him.
on.
Yeah.
No one can
All he
tell
wants to
him because
do
all they can do
is
is grunt at him
Fit
or
in with
scream.
his family. Yeah, I think like just the idea of Wrong Turn like hitting the city is just
So
so
funny.
so great. Okay, well we gotta probably get out of here pretty soon. We're gonna play a final song. Lily, do you want to talk about that?
Yes, it's called Bye Bye Baby by the Bay City Rollers. And it reminds us of the couple one of the couples. Because they would all, he literally called her baby
Every
time
time
he
addressed her.
could get the chance. And they talked
baby,
about
we
getting
gotta go.
married.
Yes.
It was like, why did they were they trying to like reiterate that they're like lovers or
yeah,
something?
maybe.
they were trying to make it really tragic when
Yeah.
he died, even though it was tragic anyway. But wait, can we
Yeah.
say what the line was? That
Yeah, you
made
say
us- He said, "We're gonna get out of this woods and we're gonna get married, and then we're never gonna go back to the woods again."
Yeah.
And they didn't do any of those things.
No,
Yeah.
So sorry, so sorry.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
he did let her down.
He did.
He dropped pretty shortly
did.
afterwards.
Yeah.
He did. And you knew he was gonna because he said that line.
Yeah.
I think he was destined for doom since
Me
the
too.
beginning. His personality.
I feel like we could have guessed from the very, once we met all of them who was going to live.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
very
true.
good at that kind of thing. And
It's also very predictable.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Well, we could talk about Wrong Turn for
Hours.
hours
Yeah.
upon end.
This entire show could be about Wrong Turn.
But we're gonna sign off. I'll be back next week on Tuesday, our regular time. We didn't really address that. This is not usually when the show
Oh,
is
yeah.
on. But I'll have Chloe back by my side, and these guys will probably be sleeping in.
Yes,
Um,
we will.
But thanks for joining me on the show.
Thanks for
Lily and
having
Olivia.
us.
Thank you.
I am delighted. to have both of
I'm
you
also
here.
Me too.
delighted. It was-
And let's see. We'll see you guys next week. Until then,
don't go into the woods.
don't go into the woods.
Just got a chiller.